given one question?
Yes, ma'am. We were supposed to continue it today.
What was the question?
Ma'am, the product of two consecutive integers is 306. We need to find the integers. We did
Okay,
half of it.
okay. The product of two consecutive integers is 306. It was, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Find the integers. Okay. So let's continue with the same. Here the instruction says that the product of two consecutive integer, and we were discussing about that when we are having consecutive integer, we will see the pattern of the integer. This is not linear equation in two variables so that we can take one integer as a x, another integer as a y. If we will do that, we will take one of the integer as a x, another integer as a y, and that is equals to 306. If we are going to write like that means here we will end up doing mistake because no other condition is given over here, and we know that this type of equation where two variables are there, we need one more equation, we need one help equation to solve it. Okay, so here it is not possible to solve. So that's why when the instruction, the only one condition is given in the question, we need to think about that how exactly we can take the pattern. So product of two consecutive integer, that means back to back integers are there. Okay, very next to each other two consecutive integers are there, and that's product is 306. Okay, so we were talking about that. If you will see the pattern of the integers, let me draw the integer line. 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, like that, and that side -1, -2, -3, -4. So next, like the product of two positive integer, it was right.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so see the pattern of positive integer. 1, then 2 is there, then 3 is there, then 4 is there. So there is a gap of 1. Like every time we will be adding 1 to the previous one, and we will be getting the next integer. Okay, so similarly we are going to assume that let's say our first integer is x, and hence since the question says it is consecutive integer, so the next integer will be x plus 1 over here. Okay, that is equals to 306. Okay, similarly I was talking about the example of maybe consecutive even numbers, consecutive odd numbers. If that is the case, if we are having consecutive even number, then we will see what is the gap between two even number. If you will see even numbers pattern 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, see there is always a gap of 2, always a difference of 2. Okay, that's why when the question, instead of integer, when the question is talking about two consecutive even number, we will be taking the first. Let's assume that the first even number is x and the next even number is x plus 2. This is how we can take the assumption. Okay, and if it is talking about the odd number, the consecutive odd number, let me show you the odd number pattern. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. See, there is a gap of 2. 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 2, 7. 9 plus 2, 11. 11 plus 2, 13. So every time there is a gap of 2. So even if it is talking about consecutive odd number, again we will be taking one. Let's say one of them is x, and the consecutive very next will be x plus 2. This 2 doesn't represent that we are talking about even number. No, we are not talking about even number. We are talking about the gap between consecutive number. If it is integer, there is a gap of 1. If it is even number or maybe odd number, there is a gap of 2. So now the question is, in the even number case, are we going to take x and x plus 2? And in the odd number case also, are we going to take x and x plus 2 only? Yes. Okay, if you have to take three consecutive integer, if you have to take three consecutive integer, the first one, if you are assuming, the first one, if you are assuming as a x, the next one will be x plus 1. After that, it will be the previous one plus 1. Okay, after that, it will be the previous one plus 1. That means the next one will be x plus 2. Okay, so if we have to take three consecutive integer, we are gonna take x plus 1, x plus 2. This is the three consecutive integer, positive integer. Okay, if four consecutive integer we have to take, here only we'll be taking x plus 3 also. Okay, similarly, if we have to talk about odd number or maybe even number, if you are assuming the first even number or maybe odd number as a x, the next one will be x plus 2. This much is clear. After that, it will be previous one plus 2. That means x plus 4. So if we have to assume three consecutive even number or maybe three consecutive odd number, not only for this question, any time in mathematics, this is how we can take the assumption. First one is x, next one is x plus 2, next one is x plus 4. After that, next one consecutive will be x plus 6. Getting the pattern? Yes or no?
Yes,
Everyone
ma'am.
getting it? I'm talking about odd or even case over here. Okay. Let's continue with our question. Now we will be applying the distributive property. We are going to apply distributive property over here, and then we will be splitting the middle term. We will be doing the calculation. Okay, so let's do that. So here we are having x. We are multiplying x with x plus 1. That is equals to 306. Let's do the multiplication. It will become, what will be there on the left hand side?
X square plus x is equal to 306.
Exactly, x square plus x is equals to 306. Now, the pattern, the standard form of quadratic equation, previous day we were talking about that, and that was ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Whatever is there on the other side, just take it. Just keep it, everything on one side, and one side will be 0. So here also we can write it. What can be written over here? If we want to write it in standard format, then
X square plus x minus
this
306 is
3.
equal.
Exactly. We will be having x square plus x minus 306 is equals to 0. Now we need to solve it. How? By splitting the middle term, we have to solve it. Please do solve it, no? Everyone first try it. X square plus x minus 306 is equals to 0 we are having. Try splitting the middle term over here and let me know what are you getting. Okay, we'll be doing it over here, but first you try it.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
I'm getting it x is equal to minus 18 and x is equal to 17.
Okay, so Harshit is getting 17.
But it can be like in negative, so x will be 18 and x will be 17.
Okay, plus 18 and plus 17 you are saying, Harshit?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This is Harshit's response. Rest of the student, do try this one and let me know what you are getting. What are you getting? Who joined just now? Galvin, you joined just now?
Yes, ma'am. I didn't know this class, so I didn't see the message.
No worries. We are continuing with the same question, Galvin. See, the product of two consecutive positive integer 306, find the integer. The same question we are discussing over here. This is how we have written our equation, that is x into x plus 1 is equals to 306. And then we have just done two more steps. That is, we have done applied the distributive property over here, and we ended up getting this one, x square plus x minus 306 is equals to 0. Here I am telling you, like, I have given time to solve this quadratic equation by splitting the middle term. Okay, so please do try, Galvin. We have to split the middle term over here, which we were done. We have already we have done this one in the chapter polynomial. We were finding the zero of the quadratic polynomial. Okay.
Okay.
Maha is getting 18 and 17. Yes, rest of the student. Aisha, Ziana, Fakiha, Galvin, you are doing, you are going to try it. Please do try. Rest of the student, what are you getting after splitting the middle term? Okay, this 306, you have to do the factorization of that so that we will end up getting the middle term, that this is plus x.
Ma'am, I got minus 18 plus 17.
Yes.
I
What
got
are you getting?
minus 18 plus 17.
Minus 18 plus 17. Okay, Aisha. Yes, Ziana, Fakiha, what are you getting? Plus 18 plus 17. Okay, let's check it. Let's check what exactly are we going to get. X square plus x minus 306 we are having. What is the method? The method is, our quadratic equation is going to look like this: ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. At first we are going to do the multiplication of a and c. Okay, at first we will be multiplying a and c. What is a over here in our equation? The coefficient of x square, that is 1. Okay, that we are going to multiply with 306. Sign doesn't matter. Okay, the numbers I'm talking, when I'm saying that multiply a and c, that means multiply the numbers. Sign doesn't matter over here. Okay, so we will be doing the multiplication. Fakiha ma'am. Yes, Fakiha, can you give some example? I was not there in the past. Okay, previous class you was not there. No worries. See, the question, Fakiha, it was the product of two consecutive positive integers is 306. We are doing quadratic equation, Fakiha. Okay, quadratic equation, where we have started with the introduction, and previous class we were talking about what exactly is quadratic equation, what is the standard format. Okay, today we are Maha, was wrong. Okay, so what is the answer, Maha? You can still give. If you are having another answer, you can write it in the chat box, or
18
you can
and
unmute
negative
yourself.
17.
18 and negative
18
7.
and yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, I'm keeping it over here. Okay, so the question says the product of two consecutive integer Let me check the question first, whether the positive word was there or not. Just a second. Yeah, it was the product of two consecutive positive integer is 306. We need to find the integers. Okay. The product of two consecutive positive integer was there. That is 306. We have to find the integer. I said that we are not going to take x into y is equals to 306. One of the integer is x, another integer is y. X into y is equals to 306. This is not how we are going to frame the equation over here, because this is how we used to frame the equation in linear equation in two variable. And there, apart from like there, we used to have two conditions, and from there it was possible to frame two different equations. But here it is not possible. Only one sentence is given over here. That's why we need to apply the logic, that how exactly is the pattern of the integer. So we can see the integers, positive integer, are sitting at the gap of 1 1 1 1 1 1. So if we are assuming that one of the integer is x, the other integer will be x plus 1. So that's what we have taken for Kiha, that is x into x plus 1 is equals to 306. Little bit of like this 306 we have transposed to this side. Okay, we have applied the distributive property over here also at the same time, and then we are trying to split the middle term. X square plus x minus 306 is equals to 0. We are trying to split the middle term. Formula, I was saying that we have to do the multiplication of a and c. Here a you can see it's 1 and c you can see it's 306. Okay, I said that no need to worry about the sign, be it a positive sign, negative sign, doesn't matter. 306 we are having. We will try splitting this 306. Okay, we are going to try to split this 306. Two such factor we are searching, so that just by adding those two factor or maybe by subtracting those two factor, we will end up getting the middle term. That's the purpose. Okay, that's the motto. So everyone is saying 17 and 18. Yes, 18 and 17, these two numbers. Okay, how they got this two number? When you will do factorization by 2 and then again by 3, you will end up getting 18 and 17. You will realize that. Okay, if still you will be getting confused, you can do the factorization like this: 2306, like 2 1 times 2, 2 1 times 2, then 2 5 times 10, 2 3 times 6. Okay, then here we can say it is going by 3, so we can take 3 5 times 15, 3 1 times 3. Still it is going by 3, because the divisibility rule of 3 says when we will add the digit, it must be divisible by 3. Then the complete number will be divisible by 3. So 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 is divisible by 3. That means 51 will be divisible by 3. Okay, these are the very basic rule which you have learned in the previous classes. So this 51 will go by 3, 3 1 times 3, 3 7 times 21. Now we can see one of the factor we got 17. Another factor, if we will multiply 2, 3, 3, we are going to get 18. Okay, 18 and 17 together, we can see it's giving us the middle term. It's giving us the middle term. When we will do the subtraction, we will be getting the middle term, that is positive x. Our middle term is positive x. Okay, so we are going to take plus 18x minus 17x minus 306 is equals to 0. Here x square. If we will be taking x common, it will come out as a x plus 18. If we will be taking minus 17 common, be careful, we have to take minus 17 common over here. Okay, so we are going to get x minus 17 over here. This is how we are just splitting the middle term. Okay, now the logic in mathematics says that whenever there is a two terms and the multiplication of that is 0, that means any one of them is 0. Any one of them is 0, then and only then the multiplication result is 0. Okay, if you will multiply 24 into 32, the result will not be 0. If you will multiply any two different number which is not 0, the result will not be 0. So to get the result 0, either this one has to be 0, or if your result is 0, that means maybe this one is 0. Any one of the number is 0, then and only then the result will be 0. That's why when we get this type of factors, x plus 18 and x minus 17, let me wipe it over here. That's why when we get such factor that x plus 18 and x minus 17 is equals to 0, we write that either the first factor, either x plus 18 is 0 or x minus 17 is 0. Okay, am I making sense to all of you? Fakiha, are you getting it? Yes. And rest of the student, are you getting it? Like you all have answered only. So I believe it's clear to all of you. So we are taking the first factor, that is 0, or maybe the second factor is 0. Why? Because the other side, the result, this result is 0. So whenever the result, the multiplication, the product is 0, that means any one of the number has to be 0. Because when you will multiply two different number, the result will not come out as a 0 anytime. Okay. Yes. So we are going to get x as a minus 18, I can see over here, and x as a plus 17, I can see over here. Okay. One is negative, another is positive. What we have taken the assumption, one of the integer is x and another the consecutive integer is x plus 1. So we got two answer. So are you going to say that 18 and 17 are the integer? No. The question said that positive integer. Okay, two consecutive positive integer. So x is a positive integer. Minus 18 we can't even take. This is not positive integer. Okay, this is positive integer. This is positive integer and x equals to 17 only we can choose. What will be the consecutive integer? That is x plus 1. Initially only we have taken the assumption. So the next integer will be 17 plus 1. That is plus 18. So plus 17 and plus 18, these two are consecutive positive integer. Okay, this is like this one. We got two answer, x equals to minus 18 and x equals to 17. Okay, so two cases, we are getting two cases. This is case 1, this is case 2. Two cases we are getting. If you are thinking that automatically just after solving the equation we got two integers, no. Recall that we have taken the assumption, recall that we started with the assumption that one of the integer is x and another is x plus 1. So whatever you have got as a x, you can't say these are two consecutive integer. No, these are two possible value of x. These are two possible value of x. Consecutive to this integer will be x plus 1, that means 17 plus 1, that means 18. And consecutive to this integer will be again x plus 1, that means minus 18 plus 1, that means minus 17. So recall previous day we were talking about when we are writing the number 1, 2, 3, two consecutive number can be 2 and 3. Two consecutive number can be 1 and 2 also. Okay, so these are the set of like two different cases we got. One of the case says that two consecutive integer according to the given scenario can be this and this, and the other case says that two consecutive integer according to the given scenario can be this and this. But we need to choose positive integer, so we are going to take case 2. Is it getting clear to all of you? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Harshit, yes. Maha said yes. Aisha, Fakiha, Ziana, Galvin, Is it clear why we are choosing two
Yes, ma'am, it's
consecutive
clear.
positive integer as a 17 plus 17 and plus 18?
Yeah, ma'am.
Clear?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, it's clear.
Clear. Okay. So this is how we will start with the assumption, and this is how we will find the consecutive integer. Now you can recheck that when you will do the multiplication of minus 18 with minus 17, automatically the result will be positive, that is 306. So yes, this is possible answer. Okay, this two multiplied together is giving us 306, but we need to keep our focus on positive integer. So when the MCQ question will be like that, please don't mark minus 18 and minus 17. Mark plus 17 and plus 18. Whatever x value you are getting, don't rush and just go and tick whatever x value you are having. Accordingly, you are going to mark the answer. No, don't do like that. See what assumption you have taken. Okay, accordingly you have to choose the answer. Okay, now the next question is, yes Fakiha, splitting the middle term is clear to you? Fakiha? Okay, since you have missed your previous class, if I'll start it in any class, or maybe you just inform our operation team that you need one extra class. Okay, okay Fakiha, because the introduction class was very important. There we have discussed what exactly is quadratic equation. Okay, now the next question is this one. The area of a rectangular plot is 528 meters square. The length just a second now. The length, wait, yeah, the length of the plot is one more than twice its breadth. We need to find length and breadth. Let's see that what exactly the question says. The area of a rectangular plot is given. Area of a rectangular plot is given. Okay, what is the formula of a area of a rectangle? Exactly, Fakiha.
L
The
into B.
introduction class was very important. Okay, yes, it will create confusion. It will create confusion because all of a sudden what exactly we are doing over here, you will not be able to figure it out. Okay, what exactly we are taking, why we are doing like that, and everything. We started with the very basic in our introduction class, that what is quadratic, what is equation, how, what is the standard format of quadratic equation, how to frame the quadratic equation. Everything we have discussed in our previous class. Okay, so today just be here, don't worry, till like including today's class also I'll cover in that extra class. Okay, so just be here, don't worry, we will be discussing with the basic. Yeah, what is the formula for area of the rectangle?
L into B.
L into B, length into breadth. Okay, area of the rectangle's formula. We all know it's that basic. Length into breadth is the formula for area of the rectangle. And see, as I said, always we will be starting whenever we have to solve any story problem, any word problem, we will just read the step by step, we will read the questions. The area of a rectangular plot is 528 meters square. So the first question which must come in each and everyone's mind is, what is the formula for area of the rectangle? Okay, because area is given over here as 528 meters square. So the formula for area we all know, that is length into breadth. Now a condition is given. The length of a plot is one more than twice its breadth. The length of the plot is one more. What is length? Length, breadth. The length is one more. See, the length is one more. One more than what? One more than what? Okay. One more than twice its breadth. Can we conclude from here? First, you tell me what can be the length, what can be the breadth. Read the statement carefully. Anyone want to try? Anyone? Okay. See, this is statement. The length of the plot is one more than twice its breadth. Length is one more. One more means plus one. One more than something. One more than what? Twice its breadth. Twice, two times breadth. Can we say length is dependent on breadth? Can we say? Can we? The length of the plot is dependent on the breadth?
Yes, ma'am.
We can say, okay? Because here it is clearly written that the length of the plot is one more. One more means plus one. One less means minus one. Okay? I am having one more. I am having one more pen than you. That means whatever is the number of pen you are having, I am having one plus one extra. That is the meaning of one more. If I am saying that I am having one less pen than you, that means whatever number you are having, that minus one I am having. That is the meaning of one more or one less. Okay. So the length of the plot is one more. See, I am reading word by word. We will be reading word by word like this only. The length of the plot. Length of the plot means L. Is means previous day we were talking about. Is means is equals to. Is equals to. Okay, so length is equals to one more. One more means plus one to something. Plus one to something. What is that something? We have to figure it out over here. Okay, so one more than twice. Twice means we know. Twice means two times. Two into. Okay, two into. It's twice its breadth. So length is one more than twice its breadth. This is how we can write it. What about breadth? What about breadth? We need to find the length and breadth. I said to you in the exam, it will not be written that this question is from the third chapter. This question is from the fourth chapter. Take two variable, take one variable. This type of instruction will not be there in the exam. So please don't get confused and start taking it as a two variable x and y like that. Okay, if only one condition is given in the question, just one condition, that means it is indicating that you have to apply the logic. This question is from quadratic equation. Okay, so here it says that length is one more than two times breadth. So if we will start our assumption, let's say breadth is x, then length will be 2x plus 1. Can we say? Can we?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone getting it? How we are taking the assumption? Instead of x and y, how we are taking both in terms of x only? Because both are related to each other. Getting? Yes or no? Harshit? Aisha?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Harshit has already written. We can take B as a x, L as a 2x plus 1. Yes, yes, exactly. This is how we can take the assumption. Okay. Length is dependent on breadth, and this is how we can start our assumption with the breadth. Breadth is x, length will be 2x plus 1, because it is clearly written that length of the plot is means is equals to one more, that means one more to something than twice its breadth. Okay, twice breadth means 2 times of b, one more to that, that is the length. We need to find length and breadth. How? Area is given over here, length we have taken, length we are going to assume as a 2x plus 1, breadth we are going to assume as a x. Area is already given 528 meter square. We know area is given as 528 meter square. So can we take length into breadth? At the place of area, the formula we are writing length into breadth, that is equals to 528, and length, our length is 2x plus 1 according to our assumption. According to our assumption, breadth is only x, is equals to 528. Now what we have to do? We have to frame the quadratic equation and then we have to split the middle term. Please apply distributive property, frame the quadratic equation and solve it. When we will apply distributive property, what are we going to have? Please tell me.
Ma'am, 2x square plus 1x.
Only x also we can write. And this 528?
Yes. Minus 528 equals 0.
Perfect. Okay, this is how we can write our quadratic equation for Kiha. This is the standard format of quadratic equation. Ax square plus bx. Rest of the student, go ahead and solve it. Okay, ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. This is the standard form of quadratic equation for Kiha. Whenever we will be having equation like this for Kiha, 5x square is equals to 20x minus 3. Okay, if we'll be having something like this, what we will try to keep everything on one side and other side has to be 0. So we will be writing 5x square. This 20x we are going to transpose it to this side. So what will be there for Kiha if we are going to take that 20x to this side? Yes, Fakia. It will be minus. Perfect. It will be minus 20x over here, and this minus 3 we will be transposing it to this side. It will be plus 3 is equals to 0. This is how we will be able to write it in the standard format, standard form of quadratic equation. Now from here easily we will be able to say what is a, what is b, what is c. Can you tell me Fakiha, what is a, what is b and what is c over here? Rest of the student, I am expecting you to solve the equation 2x square plus x minus 528 by splitting the middle term. Okay. A is 5, b is minus 20. Okay, Harshita has already got the answer also. C is 3. Perfect. Okay. This is how, just by doing the comparison, we will be able to say what is A, what is B, and what is C. Okay. Just a second. Perfect. Now we are going to solve this equation. We are going to solve this quadratic equation. How? By splitting the middle term. Okay. And if splitting the middle term, like I believe you already know, but if there is any like confusion, we will be talking about that. Okay, we will be talking about that for Kiha in that extra class. Okay, don't worry, we will be organizing a extra class for you. X equals to 33 by 2 and x equals to minus 8, two answers you have got. Okay, x equals to 33 by 2 and x equals to minus 8. This is what Harshit has got. Rest of the student, what are you getting? Let me know. Yes, what are you getting? Let's do it. Let's split the middle term. Just a second. Yeah, let's split the middle term. Let's do it together. Let's see what exactly are we going to get. What I said, compare it with the standard format. Ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. If you will do the comparison, what is a, what is b, and what is c? Please tell me. Please tell me, anyone?
A is 2, X is 1, C is minus 528, 528.
528. Okay. First, what are we going to do? We are going to multiply a and c. Okay, I always say that first do the multiplication of a and c. If you are used to just taking this c and you will start with just taking the c and you will start splitting c. No, that is not the rule. Do the multiplication of a and c first. Even if a is 1, keep it in your mind that first thing first we have to do the multiplication of a and c. So let's do the multiplication. We are not like we don't this minus plus is completely fine. Okay, sign doesn't matter. We just have to do the multiplication of these two numbers. So we will be having 2 into 528. Okay, let's do the multiplication. What are we going to have? Rather than doing the multiplication of 2 and 528, let me show you the trick. Let me show you the trick. How exactly are we going to do it? Okay, try to break this 528. Try to do the factorization of this 528. Let's do it. 528, in first chapter we have already learned this factorization. Okay, and it was already known to us also. So 2 we can take 2 times 4, 2 6 times 12, 2 4 times 8. Perfect. Then again 2 we can take 2 1 times 2, 2 3 times 6, 2 2 times 4. Okay. Now again we can take 2, 2 6 times 12. Then again 2 6 times 12. Now you can see again we can take 2, or maybe we can take 3 also. Let's take 2 only. 2 3 3. Okay, then we can take 3 and we ended up getting 11. Now we just need to take 11. Here only we need to stop. So when we have done the factorization of just 528, 2 is still there. 2, this 2 is still there. 528 we have done the factorization, and what we got? We got 1 2 3 4. 4 twos we got. 1 2 3 4 twos we got. 1 3 we got, and 1 11 we got. This is what we got when we did the factorization of 528. Okay, now from here we will try making, like we will try to make two teams we are going to make. Team of what? Team of what? Team of the numbers. Okay, how many twos we are having? 1 2 3 4 5. 5 2 we are having, and 3 and 11 we are having. Okay, by taking these all the members, we are trying to make two teams. That means two. Let me show you how we are going to make the team, so that by taking those two number we will be searching by added together or maybe subtracted together, we will end up getting the middle term, that is +1. Okay, so let's see. If we will be making a team of, let's say, 2 2 2 2, if we will be making a team of this all and this all, what are we going to have? Let's do the multiplication. 2 2 times 4, 2 times 8, 2 times 16. Okay, and if we will be making a team of this all, 3 2 times 6, 6 into 11, 66. Huge gap. Okay, huge gap. We need what we need? We need 1 as a middle term. Our middle term is 1. Okay, that's what we are trying to split. Okay, so this two team is not working for us. So now you must have got the idea that how we have to make the team. Okay, let's do it.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
C is minus 528, right?
Yeah, C is minus 528, but as I said, we will be focusing on the multiplication only. The sign for now doesn't matter. Okay, sign doesn't matter. Sign of the middle term matters. But when we are doing the multiplication of A and C, we will focus on multiplying the numbers. Okay, and that number we are trying to do the factorization. Okay, here sign doesn't matter. Even if we are having negative number, positive number, basically we are trying to do the factorization to such number we are trying to get, which added together or maybe subtracted together must give us the middle term. That's what we are trying to get. Okay, so even if instead of minus 528 I have written just 528, that will also work here. Okay, so let's see what are we going. Suppose these two I have kept together, these two made a team and this all made a team. Then what are we going to have? 2 into 2, 4, 2 times 8, 2 times 16, 16, 2 times 32. From here, multiplied all of them together, I am getting 32. And from here, I am getting 33. Can you see? Added together or maybe subtracted together must give the middle term. What is our middle term? It's 1. Can you see 32 and 33? When we will do the subtraction, we will get the middle term 1. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Getting it? So this is how you have to do. If you have to do the multiplication of A and C, I would suggest please don't do the multiplication. Break it. Okay, break it in a smaller part. The way you can do, just break it and try getting two such number from there. How? Like this you can understand. We are trying to keep like few numbers all together and the other few numbers together, and we are searching that both the number may be added together or maybe subtracted together is giving us the middle term, yes or no. So when we have taken all the 2's together and 11 and 3 together, we got 32 and 33. When we will do the subtraction, 33 minus 32, we will be getting the middle term, that is 1. Check it. Okay, so 32 and 33, these two are the factor. This is how always we are going to break it. Okay, if there will be a larger number, this quadratic equation when you will solve, no, you will find that there it can be such a big huge number like 528 is there, then it can be bigger number than that, than this one also. What we have to do, just break it in a smaller part, whatever you can do, and try to figure it out. Just observe all the factor carefully and try to figure it out, which few numbers can be taken together, other few number can be taken together, is giving us the middle term or not. Okay, am I making sense to all of you? First tell me, is this part is clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Harshit,
Yes,
yes.
ma'am.
Yes, Aisha.
Yes, ma'am.
Galvin,
Yes, ma'am. It's clear.
Ziana.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, so we got 33 and 32. Let's write it over here. Two x square. Okay. 33 and 32 we have got. So even if we are writing 33x minus 32x minus 528 is equals to 0. Okay, because we want plus x. So this two together is generating plus x. Okay, from the first two terms, what can be taken out as a common factor?
X.
X can be just x, we will be able to take out, it will be 2x plus 33. And from the next two term, what can be taken out as a common factor? Can we take 16 and 33 also? 16 and 33. 33 and 16 added together, or 33 and 16 subtracted together. Is it generating the middle term, Harshit? No. 16 we cannot take, because as I said, always we will do the multiplication with A and C. Can you see AC multiplied together is this one? This is generating 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 11. This is generating 16 and 33. But one more 2 we are having in front. That is our A. Can you see? So 16 and 33. First thing first, it is not giving us the middle term, Harshit. Can you see it? When we will add it, we are not going to get 1. 1 is the middle term. When we will do the subtraction, we are not going to get the middle term. But the very most important concept is multiply A and C. Okay, multiply A and C. And if you will be taking just 16 and 33, that means you are not taking A. You are just trying to do the factorization of C only. Getting it, Harshit? Please tell me from the next two term what can be taken out as a common factor. 32 and 528. 1 is not there. See, 528 is divisible by 32. Check it. 528 is completely divisible by 32. Please check. How many times? Please do check. Today you will be able to give the first assessment, because word problem 16. I am showing you, wait. Let me inform our operation team that today you will be able to give the assessment, the first concept which is related to the quadratic equation. See, from the next two term, what can be taken out as a common factor? From next two term, that means from this two term. Okay, I said that check it. 528 is completely divisible by 32. Check it. 3 and 5. This is how we will be checking while doing the division. 3, 1 time 3, 3, 2 times 6. So 1 times only we will be taking. Okay. Now, okay, 16 times you said, Harshit. Now 6 we will be taking. 6 2 times 12, 6 3 times. No, not 16 times. Okay. This 3 and this 10 we will be checking. So 3 times 9. So maybe 3 times or maybe 4 times. No. Are we missing anything? Okay, this is 2. Wait. This is 2. Yes, we are missing anything. Okay. We cannot take 6 over here. 208 we are having. We will be checking it with 3 and 20. We know 3 5 times 15. It's 3 6 times 18. Okay. So 6 times we will be checking. No, we are not getting. 5 times. But we need 208. Wait. Yes, sure, Fakia. This we just have to take common from the other two terms also, and then we will be done with the solution. So yeah, if you are having another class, you can leave, but please give the assessment. Okay, please give the assessment. Okay, you won't be able to give the assessment. Rest of the student, please give the assessment and let me finish it. Okay, let me finish it first.
Ma'am, 6.
Is it completely divisible by 6? Because I am saying that it is completely divisible.
Ma'am, because if you take 7, you'll get 224.
Yeah. And 6, it is coming less, but just a second, let me check. Is it completely divisible or what? No, it is not. Okay. So 32 cannot divide 528 completely. We have checked it. So what can be taken out as a common factor? Basically, we need 2x plus 33 on the other bracket also. Okay, 2x we need because in the first bracket we are having 2x plus 33. So second bracket, it has to be 2x plus 33. Then only we will be correct. Okay, so we can take negative common. Fine. We can take 16 common. Okay, 16 when you will take common. See, 16 can divide 528. Yes or no? 16 3 times 48. 49, 50, 51, 52, 33. Okay, so 16 can divide 528 also, and 16 can divide 32 also. See, from this yellow circled part, can we take 16 common, minus 16 common? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
We got our factor 2x plus 33 and x minus 16. From here, we will be able to take out x value. Be careful, that is x value. Be careful, that is possible x value. Okay, whatever length and whatever breadth we have taken as an assumption, accordingly we will find the length and breadth. Maybe two different cases will arise, two different length and breadth we will be getting, fine. But this is x, this is not length and breadth. Okay, is it clear to everyone? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
I'm keeping it this much. Please give the assessment. Okay, that will be related here. The solution of the quadratic equation will not be there in the assessment. Okay, we will be continuing with this discussion. Only very basic concept will be there, which is related to quadratic equation. So you all be able to give the assessment. Please give it. Okay, I'm keeping it this much. Let's